According to a media advisory, and this from the Detroit News, I've taken from the Detroit News and the Detroit Free Press. According to a media advisory from the Phoenix Police Department, Stewart was arrested on Wednesday for assaulting the 27-year-old Eubanks. 22-year-old Piston big man who's currently injured due to left ankle sprain was issued a citation and released. However, an investigation remains active. Phoenix police said officers working in a security capacity were called to a fight in the parking tunnel of Footprint Center around 6:45 Eastern. After gathering information from both players and witnesses, police learned there was an argument between Stewart and Eubanks. However, it was unclear what sparked the disagreement. Witnesses say the argument escalated when they saw Stewart punch Eubanks, which caused minor injury. Both players were separated by security. And I'm sure those witnesses weren't Suns fans at all. The Suns released a statement, quote, "The attack on Drew Eubanks was unprovoked, and acts of violence such as this are unacceptable. We unequivocally support Drew and will continue to work with law enforcement and the NBA." Monty Williams said after the game, "I know there were some statements put out. The thing for me is to get all the information and make sure I'm clear on what happened. The NBA will do an investigation. I've talked to Stewart. He shared with me what happened. Our people have talked to him, and they have information. But for me to come here and make a statement, that would be a bit irresponsible." Translation, Suns are irresponsible for saying what they said, that it was unprovoked. He's saying, let's wait for all the information to come out. Wow. Now, in Beef Stew, I mean, he's not Draymond Green, but he's mixed it up a little bit. But I mean, if it's in the arena, there's going to be video, right?
You would think. Sounds similar to another tunnel incident.
Oh, do you think Eubanks was skipping?
I don't know. Was he chirping when he was doing something? I don't know. But here we have.
How big is the tunnel in Phoenix? Do we know?
The Pistons. Pistons coach is saying, let's wait for all the information to come out. And the Suns released a statement immediately. Sounds very familiar. The thing that I found interesting is there was the one account where somebody said that he was sucker punched.
Yeah. So a sucker punch.
I think sucker punch needs to be defined, right? Because two guys getting chest to chest, arguing with each other, and then when one person throws a punch at the other person, it's not a sucker punch. It's expected, right?
Yes.
Sucker punch is if, like, you have your head turned, you're not expecting to be punched.
Out of the blue, from behind.
You don't see it coming. That's a sucker punch. This doesn't sound like a sucker punch situation.
Well, again, we await all the information, and in this particular case, I expect that there will be video in an NBA arena of every area. So Beef Stew told his side of the story, and we'll find out if his side of the story is true. I don't know what he even said, but it sounds like Monty Williams wants everyone to pump the brakes on drawing conclusions.
I would say this, provoked or unprovoked, Beef Stew should not be punching anybody.
Probably not.
Probably not, right? With that being said, though, Beef Stew, don't step to this man. He is not playing around. Memo to the rest of the league. He doesn't play fight like everybody else does. He doesn't front. He doesn't
I love this guy.
Nothing is, hey, this isn't me trying to, hey, hold me back, looking for anybody. No. You better, if you say something to him.
No, they literally have to hold him back.
Yeah. Be prepared. He's not messing around. And with that, like I said, but also control yourself, Beef.
I'm intrigued to see what the other side of the story is, because we should wait for it to come out.
Well, what gets you to throw the punch? I agree. I want to hear the rest of the story. I mean, to throw hands with somebody, there has to be, what is that reason?
Yep.
Okay, what was said? Because clearly something was said. Was there a bump? Did you think you were, okay, now I'm threatened here. This is a volatile situation. This guy just bumped into me. I got to react to it. What happens here?
As you grow up, you learn that words doesn't mean you throw a punch.
Right.
Words shouldn't throw a punch for words. Are you threatened? Are you threatened? Was it a response to some physical
when he went
altercation that was sparked by Eubanks? I don't know.
When Isaiah Stewart went after LeBron James, I loved it.
Yeah. Because
LeBron deserved it. LeBron threw an elbow at Beef Stew and then tried to pretend like, oh, it was inadvertent. The hell it was inadvertent.
That was like a hammer fist.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. I don't think LeBron expected he would have cut open Beef Stew like that, but he did.
Mm-hmm.
And, then be like, what? What are you doing? Why are you so upset? It is ridiculous. And I loved his reaction to it. Now, at some point, Beef Stew probably should just, okay, now you guys can hold me back. It's fine. But literally the whole team had to hold him back, and he's breaking tackles trying to get back over to him. Like King said, this is not a guy you want to mess with.
Probably not.
But it's also not necessarily the attitude that you always want to have or the reputation that you're going to want to have the rest of your career.
No, and he's getting one, right? Because there are a number of altercations.
But he's not Draymond Green. In terms of he's going to go right up to your face and do it. He's not going to do it in a way that you wouldn't expect it.
Well, nobody cares because the Pistons are so bad. If the Pistons were good.
He wasn't even playing.
No, he wasn't. But the other thing about, what's going to happen? What's going to come out of this? Is he going to get suspended?
Yes.
And then what's going to happen? Are the Pistons going to,
they'll rue the day that they activate him only to suspend him?
They're going to lose some games because of this?
Nothing's going to happen out of this. He'll pay a fine. If I don't even know if circumstances come out where the charges get dropped, but this is an assault charge, right?
Yes. Yeah, I suspect nothing will come out of it. I'm looking at a video here of it's Isaiah Stewart fights entire Hornets. So they might need to talk to him a little bit. Look, it's not going to hurt the team now because there really is no hurting this team. They're doing all the damage themselves. But you don't want to hurt the team when games have premium. You don't want to hurt the team when it matters, right? So, anyway, just something to keep an eye on.
Are you saying that the Pistons aren't playing well enough right now where it matters?
Yes, I'm saying that's the case.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I don't know if you stayed up to watch the whole game last night.
Should we debate the point? Are the Pistons playing important games, 2-4-8?
I think it was...
Weren't they down 35 quickly?
I think Greg Kelser said it last night during the broadcast that this might be the worst first half he's ever seen the Pistons play.
They were down 71 to 40-something in L.A. the night before. And this one, they were down 70 to 41. Good God.
You sure he didn't say it since 4 days ago? Gator?
He did not. He said about last night's game. Because the way they came out.
They were down 71 to 48 on Tuesday in L.A. at halftime. And on Wednesday in Phoenix, they were down 70 to 41 at half.
Maybe he didn't do that game in L.A.
Yeah.
But do you guys still get kind of like, we all know the Pistons are bad, but do you still get kind of shocked a little bit when you look at, they put the Pistons versus whatever team and you see the record comparisons? You're like, 8 wins. It looks so lopsided.
They're 8-46. 8-46. You know who looks up to that? UAD.
Hey, how about that, man?
Hey, props. Finally got that W.
Yes,
When they 1-25 on the year.
You see they stormed the court? Well, It was one dude, but